This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, your goodness.
So apparently Biden talked tonight?
Biden did have a talk tonight.
Finally.
Yep.
About time.
He had a lot of talkings.
Good for him.
Yeah, it really is good for him. Nobody's seen him. Everybody's thinking that he's going crazy. And he is, but that's
I was going to say
fine.
thinking.
It's because he is.
He may be a screw or two loose. Is that what
Yeah,
we're
we didn't
implying?
watch it.
No. Because I have a life.
Yeah,
I was so
I
busy.
was incredibly busy
Taking a nap.
making coffee.
And it is fine.
It is good coffee, right?
Compared to the crap that
We had the other night
yesterday,
because being on location and all, you can't really get the APRs.
Well, we could.
We could, but
we didn't.
We instead decided to give it all away.
Give it away.
Give it away. Give it away now.
now.
That's right. But all that being said, and everything coming about is it's a funny situation that we have here. You see?
No, it's not funny.
Oh no, it is.
No, it's not.
It's funny.
This is not funny.
It's not funny in a laughing matter.
It's funny in a screw loose kind of a way.
Right. It's funny, transgender surgery for active military personnel and veterans will be now paid for by the American taxpayer, thanks to an executive order signed by President Joe Biden.
It's good to know that they have their priorities in order.
It really is.
I mean, focusing on what's important with what's been going on in the world, and the fact that they are the military, so you have to have them ready to be able to defend and go wherever at any moment. It's good to know that they're going to have a number now of people who will suddenly be out of commission getting free surgery done on our dime. That's fantastic. That is fantastic.
Isn't it, though? It's amazing. It really is.
Joe Biden, I don't know why everyone is talking junk about you. I don't
know. I have no idea.
Not a clue.
Well, he did sign the executive order called Enabling All Qualified Americans to Serve Their Country in Uniform.
Okay.
That's the executive order title, which repeals the Obama-era policy that banned federally funded gender reassignment surgery, according to the Washington Examiner. But his order states that the military, quote, thrives when it's composed of diverse Americans who can meet rigorous standards for military service and an inclusive military strengthens our national security. Yeah.
What? Hold on. Say that again.
Biden's order states that the military, quote, thrives when it's composed of... Yeah, you okay over there, bud?
Yeah, no, keep reading.
Yeah, okay.
Keep reading. I got this. Keep going.
Yeah, composed.
Sorry, it's just that bad. I have to feel like I'm coughing up a lung. It's this bad.
Okay. When it's composed of diverse Americans who can meet the rigorous standards for military service and
right there.
And an inclusive military strengthens our nation's security.
Okay. Inclusive means people of, different nationalities. That's
inclusive?
That's inclusive. Okay. You can't say that they meet the rigorous standards of military service when most, and they're not all, I will give it that, but most of these gender reassignment surgeries are going to be from men going into being women. Okay? Women have a very different standard than men do.
Yes.
So they obviously are not meeting the rigorous standards of military service that is required of them by their biological makeup, because they have to go in and try and have things surgically adjusted.
Well, you also got to remember they've also adjusted the military services, standards to make sure
to make women even exactly with men.
Yeah, to make women even
Yeah,
Or
that's what I'm
more
saying. They've
even.
brought the standard up to so women have to run them, the
No.
mile and a quarter or mile and a half in 9 minutes.
What I'm saying is they brought the standard down.
Yeah, but even there's still the difference. Guys are still expected to do more.
Yes.
Even though they brought the standard down, it's still
Guys are expected to do more where women are,
yeah.
expected to do less or.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't sit there and say that the Americans who meet the rigorous standards, they don't meet the rigorous standards because they're going under the knife to alter themselves.
Right.
And that doesn't even touch on the fact.
You also have to remember the mental standards.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah.
You can't even, we haven't even gotten into the fact that you can change things how you want. It's the same group of people. And I'm not saying the same brand, or not branch, but the same organization. It wasn't the same organization, but the same group of people that can't make up their minds about, masks and social distancing and all of this stuff between people. Mm-hmm. Whether it's okay to do it in, these kids, these immigrant kids can do it. Don't have to worry about social distancing. Don't have to worry about masks. Don't have to worry about any of this stuff at the border. Yeah, but that's fine. But tax-paying Americans have to wear masks and have to stand 6 feet apart, even after immunization.
Yeah, right.
These same people that come up and can't figure that stuff out are the same group of people, same type of people that have turned around and said, you know what?
It's a good idea.
What was classified and what was normally deemed as gender dysphoria, an actual mental issue, medical disorder, has now been changed to not be that, so everyone can turn around.
Turn around.
Every now and then you want to shoot yourself in the foot.
Because that's what it actually is doing.
Every now and again, you just want to slice your wrist with a cheese grater. Because that's what this is. The mentality, the mental level of this person. Forget everything else. And because most of these people either are really, truly not in a place that needs to be changed.
Right.
The studies have shown that once you do have that change, most of them mentally break down even more.
Yes, they regret it.
And you're going to be, but we want those type of people who are now clearly unstable to begin with.
Yes.
Now giving them another means to make them even more unstable and then hand them a loaded firearm and put them around other of our kids and brothers and sisters and everything else. We want them standing next to them and think that they're going to be able to have each other's back.
No, I'm sorry, but you're already crazy.
You want to do something like that, then you need to take, just like with sports, you want to have a military that is comprised of transgenders, then do that.
Yeah, I mean,
just for transgender
you
folk,
can have the rainbow group.
Do it.
It's fine.
And everybody's like, you're segregating. Well,
yes.
I don't need somebody.
You want to know why?
I don't need somebody mentally unstable
watching somebody's back.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Because there's no way in hell they're going to be doing it right.
Right.
This infuriates me.
That's what it is.
So bad.
And I quote, "It is my conviction as Commander-in-Chief
shut up. Conviction. Shut up.
Of the armed forces that gender identity should not be a bar to the military service. Moreover, there is substantial evidence that allowing transgender individuals to serve in the military does not have any meaningful negative impact on the armed forces." That from Joe Biden.
I can't.
Here's a quote from a recent DoD memo. The revised policy will also ensure all medically necessary transitions related to cases authorized by law is available to service members. That's specifically talking about the new benefits package.
Yeah, but
or lack thereof package.
Here's the fun part. But define medically necessary.
It is never medically necessary to cut off your foie.
No, it isn't. Now, if your foie gets ripped off, then
you may be medically necessary to fix it.
Yeah, but you know what though? That's already covered.
Right.
It's already there.
And they don't even they don't call it gender alteration. They call it gender affirmation surgery.
It's not affirmation.
You're not affirming anything.
Oh, no.
No. You're not affirming. You're affixing.
No.
That's affixing.
I would disagree with you. They are affirming. They are affirming that they're batshit crazy.
Well, that's true, but that's not affirming a gender.
All it is.
But it's not affirming a gender. It's affixing.
No.
It's affixing a gender onto a specific person. And you're not
No,
even
you're
affixing a gender. You're affixing a genital of the opposite sex.
Yeah.
It is very different. There is no such thing as gender affirmation surgery because you can't affirm a gender. We have already been told that the only way that you can affirm a gender is to state it.
See, I would argue, though, you can affirm a gender. Does it have a stem on the apple?
That's not a gender. That's sex.
No, sex is what you do with that stem on the apple.
Sex is the term that you use when you go out and you figure out if something's male or female. That's called sexing an animal.
No,
Yes.
sexing an animal is that guy that got arrested a couple weeks ago with all the chickens.
That's a completely different sex.
That's sexing an animal.
And you and I both know that cock had a 3-inch knife.
You know what though, and God bless him for it. That just made me think of a joke. Anyway,
Once again, back on to strap-on cocks.
no, the joke. No, why do gnomes?
How do we get back to
Why
this
do
every freaking week?
Why do gnomes giggle when they run? I don't even have to tell you the punchline. It's there. enjoy. Use it on your friends and family.
That's good. Yeah, I don't have to. Yeah, that is the punchline. Oh gosh,
Fantastic.
that's so good. Yeah.
So that's good. Congratulations. Congratulations to all you vets. I've always been worried enough about veterans with the whole, 22 suicide thing, like all of that. Like that's already an issue enough as it is.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're going to turn around and allow that. There's going to be so many more. That number is going to skyrocket now. It's a fact. I'm sorry, but it is now going to jump from the 22 clearly to more of a 50. They're going to have to.
Yeah.
To honestly, and again, they are obviously in that number is a low ball, but they're going to have to up it to be conservative with the new standard.
Yep.
Because if you're going to have all these guys, and it's going to be guys turning around and having these
changing to women,
and having these things and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be your guys. It's going to be the guys out there because it makes it easier on them.
Yeah, I'm not saying that there are not any girls that are going to change, but I promise you, most of all the stuff, and I'm waiting for someone to prove me wrong, in whether civilian or whether military or whatever, most of these transgendered issues are guys
I would like
transitioning to women.
I got a question.
Sure.
I want to pull that up there for a second.
Okay.
2017. Apparently, there was a report made about this. And they found that there are more than 134,000 veterans and 15,000 service members who identify as trans.
Okay. Okay. So
what? How do they find this?
well, let's see. What does that say?
Diagnostic codes.
Yeah, no, hold on.
Veterans.
Scroll back up down
Yeah.
to real fast. The purpose of the review. Okay, that was just purpose of the review. Okay.
That's the abstract, and all the rest of the
summary, introduction.
VHA facilities have increased access to health care for transgender veterans.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
None of this.
Whoa. Hold on. Have not been or eligible to seek.
Yeah.
That was just explaining the thing. I thought it was like,
I'm sorry, but once again, how did you find this?
yeah.
Like, why did you even do a report like this?
And you know that a lot of these guys, and as someone who's been there, you get cats who go in and
As a vet that doesn't care,
I was gonna say who will go in and find out it's not what they wanted, and they don't give a flying fig at some point about how they get out.
or how they how they're viewed.
Yeah, the whole joke with, Klinger from MASH is it was a joke, but that stuff does happen. You get people who get in there and will do whatever they have to do to turn around and get kicked out. And I joked about it, but you ever want to get out of jury duty? It's an old trick that I've seen a million times in the military. You want to get out of jury duty, you do the same thing when we had to do guys doing for psych evals in the military. You walk in there with a bag of D&D dice, and every time they ask you a question, you roll the dice and you play the game as if you're playing D&D with them. Just that alone will turn around and get you disqualified quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Which is funny though, because a lot of the people that play D&D are usually the Navy.
Yeah, well,
That's because you're on a boat with
they have a lot of
guys and
travel
there's nothing
time.
else. Yeah,
there's a lot
nothing
of
to
travel
do.
time.
So-
The ocean's big. I don't know if you know that or not.
Yeah, I've heard.
I've
heard.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It's huge.
And you get bored, and so
I get it.
You settle in with your favorite flavor of Mountain Dew, which is just Mountain Dew, and you have
the only
another
one you can buy on the ship.
and you have an empty bottle to go with your dip, and you sit down and you play D&D for 8 hours at a time. Yeah, that's what
Pretty
you do.
much. That's what we
because you can't do the other stupid stuff you do on the barracks when you're home.
That's kind of
I'm
it.
just
That's just
saying.
that's all it is.
There you go.
Oh yeah. I no. And just no. Can we just know?
But
we
no,
know?
no, we can't know.
Can we just know?
We can't know.
Yes, we can.
We can't because it's happened.
Okay.
That's the thing. And this is not just, the breaking down of America. This is the breakdown of the human being.
I mean,
if you can't even be guided properly, if you don't have somebody that goes to you to kind of help affirm you in the direction that you're supposed to be going in, and are like, no, let's go ahead. You want to turn around and have this surgery and cut your thing off and blah, blah, then do it.
Whatever.
We're doomed, dude.
It's weird.
Forget just the country as a people,
as a society,
as a society, as a race,
as a culture,
as a creature, we're done.
Yeah.
We're done.
Well,
Hurry
it's just-
now, Lord Jesus, come quickly. I can't anymore.
Meteor 2024.
Oh, hell. Screw that. Meteor 2021.
1.5.
And July.
July. Meteor in July. The Knights Who Say Knee. Over there in the Twitters. You guys nailed it.
I
The
know.
term should be,
I see what you did there.
yeah, thank you. Should be genital reassignment surgery.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because that's all you're doing is you're just shuffling things around. It doesn't change anything about your DNA, your nothing. I love how we've become a society, a group of people, and not just Americans. It's across the board.
Yep.
We become a group of people that are just we can't actually stand up and take accountability and responsibility for our actions. So what we do, and we change it to make it easier to fit what we want, so we don't have to be as accountable, as responsible, as
All these things.
it's not as hard.
I see what you did there.
Thank you. I'm so fed up. I'm so fed up at this point.
Well, there are a lot of people who are fed up, but apparently Snopes is not one of them.
I didn't know Snopes was still around.
Snopes is not one of the people that are fed up. You see, recently, and I think on Tuesday, Joe Biden had a speech. You saw that?
That's right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Kevin Hutch is real fast on Twitter. Nursing home residents are now allowed by the federal government to get hugs from their loved ones. However, each hug will be carefully monitored and appropriately taxed.
That's right.
Thank God. Well, somebody's got to pay for that gender reassignment surgery.
Exactly. That's what has to happen. But yeah, so
Anyway,
Joe Biden.
Snopes.
Yeah, Joe Biden was the old Biden.
He finally speechified tonight.
He speechified tonight, but he
That's what
also he gave a small speech or a response, at least a couple nights ago. And when he did, it was about the Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin.
Okay. What did he say?
He couldn't remember the guy's name or his title.
Hold on. It's just so I understand this. The president of the United States of America,
Yep.
leader of the free world,
Yeah.
Allegedly.
was giving a speech.
Well, at least responding about something.
Yeah, but the point is he was standing up in front of people,
Yeah.
speechifying.
In front of, the
Whatever group of, the
whoever was there.
Whoever
and
was there.
Anybody
the
from the news and all the rest of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And he not only didn't know the guy's name, but didn't know his position.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, that guy.
That doesn't make sense.
Oh, well,
No.
He
Hold
said,
on.
he said, I want to thank the former, I keep calling him General, my My guy who runs that outfit over there.
That's specific. That's oddly specific. You know what's funny about that? You know, every time that the president gets up in front of people and speechifies in any way, they have these newfangled technology is incredible.
A thingamajigger.
No. Just technology is fantastic.
Is it a woozle?
In 2021, we have these things now.
Yeah. What are they?
That when presidents get up, it actually has the speech to where they can see it read. You know, it reads in front of them.
Yeah.
But nobody watching him can see it.
What?
And it's literally spelled out for him.
What?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's right, mind-blowing. 2021.
That's crazy.
They call them teleprompters.
Oh, that was the thing that Obama used to use
all the time.
That's the thing that made him make real good speeches.
Yeah. Apparently, I don't understand how it is that he didn't have one. How do you mess that up when it's literally in black and
I don't know.
white and
but here's the
clear.
thing. Like, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the rub, as it were.
See what you did there.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Snopes on Tuesday assigned a mixed true and false rating to the claims that President Joe Biden forgot the name of the Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin at one of the points in a speech where he was giving on International Women's Day.
That's what they focused on, not the rest of the speech, just the fact that the comment or the statement, I want to thank the former general. I keep calling him general. Guy who runs the outfit over there.
You know,
that's what they focused on. Nothing else.
I want to make sure that we thank the secretary for all that he's doing or done to try and implement what we've just talked about. You know, what we just talked about. He did a good job in promoting that stuff. Those things.
Yeah, that we talked about, and for recommending these two women for promotion.
You know, the things that we just talked about?
Yeah. But again, that's what we're going to focus on is the
fact that he's...
And how is that mixed true and false?
It's not mixed true and
Well,
false.
hold on. That's what I'm saying. How is it
I don't
mixed
know.
true and false? How do you come to that?
I
Is it partly false because the guy wasn't actually a general?
Well, here's what they say. They say, yes, he did fumble his words and apparently blinked on the name.
Again, there's supposed to be a teleprompter there.
At one point in the speech.
There's a teleprompter there.
Yeah, so why are you calling it mixed?
There's a teleprompter there.
Snopes is calling it mixed.
You know what? I figured it out.
What did you figure out?
I figured this out.
You figured it out?
I don't know why I didn't think about this sooner.
Yeah.
You remember the documentary Bruce Almighty?
Yes.
Do you remember?
I do. I
the
remember
section
this, yeah.
of that documentary where Steve Carell
Yes. Right.
was doing the news.
And he couldn't speak, right?
And he couldn't speak properly because Jim Carrey, who had the powers of God.
Documentary, by
the way.
Yeah.
That momentary stretch where he had the powers of God, sat there and basically...
For the second time.
Hacked the into the teleprompter that they had a teleprompter there too. For him.
And just had him reading gobbledygook.
And had him read him gobbledygook and controlling his voice. That's what happened. That's what happened. Somebody in charge of the teleprompter was like, or asleep at the wheel or something.
Just started typing random junk.
Well, not even just random junk. They were typing and stopped, and then, God bless him, the president of the United States, Joe Biden.
He just couldn't remember.
He couldn't remember because it stopped, and the speech doesn't stop because you can't read. The show must go on.
Right,
so
you have to keep on.
Yeah, and so he did the best he could, and somebody got fired for that, I'm sure. The teleprompter intern was fired promptly.
Yeah, I mean, that's sure. They also said that, it was just a folksy ad-lib after initially tripping over his words.
Do you think that would fly if we'd had a folksy ad-lib in trying to say about the president? That guy who's, whatever his name is, that's ruining everything.
He runs the government right now.
Literally that's ruining the entire nation, the world.
That guy that sniffs girls' hair.
That guy. Yeah, whatever he does.
That guy over there.
I want to thank him for screwing everything up for us.
Yeah,
thanks.
That's really great. Oh, that one.
Kevin Hutchins over
Yeah.
on Twitter. Biden would have been better off if he just turned the teleprompter around and let us read the speech for ourselves. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
Honestly, if you just want to talk to us about stuff, you just tell us. It's fine.
I got you guys. You need to read this.
I was
He's a glorified newsboy, newspaper kid. Extra, read all about it. Here, read this.
I don't know what it says because I can't read.
I can't say.
I'm too blind and old. And that's okay.
Do 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 do. Oh, I need a vacation. I'm gonna take the kids to Great Wolf Lodge. He's asking if that's our consensus.
Yes. Yes, it is our... Yes, completely yes. Tell him yes. And then, like, emphasize again. Yes. Double yes.
For the love of God, yes.
Yes. All the things, yes.
Abso-damn-lutely.
For sure, yes. All of it. You know who you are, and yes. If you aren't listening to the show right now, you will later, and I know. So, yes, you'll know why we're saying this.
Thank us later.
That's right.
This is Defenders Live.
What?
How you doing over there?
I'm good.
You having fun? You just jamming? I was just gonna let you.
I
jam.
was jamming. It's good.
Yeah. Kevin Hutchins over on Twitter. Biden would have been better off if he just turned the teleprompter around and let us read the speech for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
It's true.
We haven't heard this one in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you killed it.
Because that's
why. Whoops.
Yeah. Can't worry about
My
that.
bad.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
What?
We have everything worked out, and then the one time we realize it's not, we're like,
Well, it's your fault.
it's not my fault.
It is your fault.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. Because now we can do this.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can wait a few minutes. It's fine.
Yeah, but we should. Yeah, well. I don't want to wait.
Well, you don't have to. What you doing?
It's all running on the same system.
That's right. That's true.
That is.
What are you doing? Like, you're just staring off in the middle of another one.
I was reading. Now I was bouncing between things, and I had a moment. Okay. I had a Joe Biden.
You had a Biden.
I did a Biden.
I think that's actually what we need. Oh, I know. We don't need to.
No, we can't word it that way.
No.
That's not right.
No, that's not good. Because that could mean so many things now.
I had a Biden?
No, because that would really
That's
mean
even
a bad
worse,
thing.
yeah.
Don't know.
No, that's even worse.
That's much worse.
No.
You can't pull a Biden.
Because that's
There is
disgusting.
no pulling a Biden because that means weird things happened.
Yeah, that means you succeeded.
It's not good. It's really not good. You don't do that. No.
I don't know. We'll figure it out and we'll get back to you.
We'll get to you on that one.
We'll figure it out.
Anyway, here, you want to read this. You know you want to.
I don't.
Yes,
I
you
really
do.
don't.
You do.
But fine.
You do.
Fine.
You do.
Fine.
Yeah, I know it's fine.
The U.S. House of Representatives have passed an expansive gun control bill that would criminalize firearm sales, gifts, and loans between unlicensed private persons.
That's right.
On Wednesday, the House passed H.R. 8, the Bipartisan Background Check Act of 2021.
Oh, yeah.
A bill that expands universal background checks for private firearm transactions requires all private firearm transactions to go through a licensed dealer, effectively bans persons aged 18 to 20 from purchasing handguns and contains only limited exceptions for self-defense. The bill passed 227 to 203, with 8 Republicans voting with the Democratic majority.
That's a bit
in
odd.
favor.
That's a bit odd.
No, you're not. When you have corruption like that, they were bought.
It's still a bit odd.
They were bought.
Yeah,
All you need is that enough to carry over.
that's true. But they had enough anyway.
Well, they bought them, but you never know how it's going to turn out.
Yeah, I know. But
So they bought
well,
them in
yeah,
advance.
I guess it would have been close enough if those 8 didn't vote that way. It would have been close enough to say
It would have been. Yeah,
it'd have been eked through, but not right.
Maybe. And then, Democrats and gun control advocates praised the bill's passage, arguing that the expanded background checks will help save lives.
If it could just save one child's
Because,
life. Just one kid's life. Because
hold on, wait.
I'm sorry.
Save one child's life. You mean like the 65 million children that have been aborted up to this point? You mean the immigrant children that are crammed down in
cages
at the
right now.
border?
Yeah.
literally in cages. Since that's what they said about
Actual
Trump.
in cages, yeah.
They're in cages right now at the border.
Obama era.
with zero type of precautions taken for this deadly pandemic. Really, those that
Yeah.
What about
same-
those?
same-
None of those.
no,
none of those
they don't
children
count. No,
count.
none
The
of those count,
65
yeah.
million
That
plus the
doesn't
ones
count
at the
at all,
border.
no.
None of those
no,
count.
No, none of that counts. No. Stop. Shh. Why are you bringing about logic?
I don't know. It's weird. Sometimes I have this thing that just happens.
It's a tick, really. I think
It is.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to speak
You
to
got
someone about
Tourette's
it.
or something? Is that what it is?
Some people curse when they have Tourette's. I have logic. It's really
Weird.
I-
It's weird. Most of the time, you don't speak logic. You just have Tourette's.
I love how they think that this is going to change anything. Again, criminals
Don't care.
don't give a flying fig about the law because there are laws that say you can't kill somebody. There are laws that say you can't rob somebody. There are laws that say you can't follow people and stalk them, that you can't harass them, that you can. There's all of these laws
In place.
and sadly, it still happens.
Yep. It happens, and it happens faster and easier.
Because you cannot legislate morality.
And that's what this is trying to do, but it's also trying to take your guns away from you.
As a mother who lost her child to the very gun violence that every one of us has been fighting to eradicate, thank you. Thank you to all of you who have been fighting. That was Representative Lucy McBath, Democrat from Georgia. Vice chair of the House Gun Violence Prevention Task Force, an original co-sponsor of the legislation.
In 2012,
In 2012, apparently her son Jordan was murdered by a gunman after an argument over loud music outside of a convenience store.
so a guy with a gun who didn't care and was willing to pull out his weapon to shoot somebody, i.e. a criminal.
Background checks would not have prevented that.
And not only background checks, but also stopping people from being able and criminalizing people from being able to privately transfer weapons without a licensed dealer present would not have helped.
And I love, honestly, how they think, even by passing this law, how they think it's going to stop anything.
It's not stopping anything.
No. I'm not just the crime.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, for all literal, the internet is the world. For the entire world to hear, I don't give a flying nothing about this. If I want to sell my gun to Steven, I'm going to, and there isn't anything that anybody's going to do about it. I'm not calling anybody. I'm not going to do any of this stuff. So go screw yourself.
Oh, and by the way, this is a law that would then negate all state laws on the thing, and that would, you can't do that. Sorry, states' rights.
Yeah, I'm not. No.
States' rights.
Second
Sorry.
Amendment says I have the right to bear arms.
Yep.
And if that means that I choose to buy it from someone cheaper,
That isn't a licensed dealer, which, by the way,
that's not part of it.
licensing
Doesn't say part of it.
That's not part of it.
No.
I understand licensing for things that are dangerous, like guns and things like that, but it's not necessary.
It doesn't change anything.
It doesn't create any difference.
It doesn't make a difference at all. You know, there are gun advocates
Uh-huh.
people who grown up with guns, who love guns, who breathe guns their entire
nuts,
life.
as
Literal
you would call
gun
them.
nuts. I hate
Yeah.
using that word necessarily or that
true,
phrasing,
though.
but it's true. Literal gun nuts
Yeah.
that have the exact same knowledge, and some more so than these gun dealers.
Yeah.
Like, you go to a doctor because that doctor has had extra schooling and knows stuff that no one else really knows outside of other doctors.
And that's why you go to them. That's why
That's why
they're
you go to them.
licensed.
Yeah.
That's why they have a degree in it.
when you have people, some veterans, some, just regular people, whatever, like I said, gun nuts, who literally can know in some instances way more than some of the gun dealers that are out there.
Right.
What is the point of licensing them? Because you're giving this individual's specific ability to sell something.
You're giving
That
them
doesn't make
government
sense.
creds, basically, to say that they can sell over top of anybody else. Isn't that not great to have?
Well, but again, if they don't know as much as, say, the person is buying from them,
Then
why
there's
do
no
they
use.
get the license and not the person buying it?
Like, okay.
Like, why don't they get the special credit? Like,
Right.
that's what I'm saying.
As a person buying it, you can prove that you know more about the gun than the person that sells it.
It's just, I'm not going to follow this. I'm just clear. I mean, not that I have any plans of
Yeah, you
buying
don't
or
have any-
selling any
you don't have any
guns
plans of
anytime
doing it,
soon
but
because I don't have any. They're all at
if
the
you
bottom of
did,
the lake.
right.
But even if I did, I'm telling you now, and they can come do whatever they want to do. I'm not going to follow this. If I find somebody who has a firearm that I'm interested in that is a reasonable price and I want to buy, screw you, I'm going to do it. And I will sell mine if I ever had any the exact same way.
Yep.
And I don't care. So in your face, you
Nanner,
check
boo-boos.
Yeah. Anyway,
Neener.
Yeah.
Get the heck out of my way.
this is infuriating to me. Now, of course, there's also exceptions, and the exceptions are always for hunting, trapping, or fishing. Because y'all know you fish with a firearm. Because that's not illegal.
You also trap with a firearm.
You do. You throw it out there and they get all scared. So what you do is you scatter them in a circle. And then once the animals realize that they're in this perimeter, you slowly shrink that circle up.
Yeah. And then you shoot them all.
No, you don't have to. By that point, they're so scared of their own, they realize the circle is closing in on them by these firearms that they just die by themselves.
Oh, so you don't ever have to fire.
No. It's a really fantastic trick.
I didn't know that.
And then
I didn't know that animals were actually afraid of unfired firearms.
Now it's an old Native American secret.
Is it really?
It is. They've taught this
Is it
back.
really?
Yeah, they used to do it with tomahawks and bows and arrows and
Oh, okay.
and spears
All
and
right.
things like
Okay,
that.
so yeah.
And it was passed down. They found out it was a tad more effective with the gun because they do go bang.
Big loud boobs.
Yes, and so it does help things a teensy-weensy little bit. It adds a little extra to it, but the old Native tradition is still the same, and it works.
See, I didn't
So,
know anything about this.
Yeah.
Being of Italian tradition, I had no idea.
Yeah, well, being duped into believing that we had Native Americanness, I learned that a long time ago.
See, there you go.
Yeah,
You had to learn a lot about it
I did.
because you wanted to, because you thought that you had some.
Yeah, because I thought it was my culture and my family, and then slowly finding out that may not actually be the truth. Either that or 23andMe is a liar. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know.
It may not be.
It may not be. I don't know at this point. At this point, I don't really care. It doesn't benefit anything, and whatever.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So yay, gun laws.
Gun laws.
Another one.
Yay.
Another way to slowly etch away at your freedom. Congratulations, y'all.
one of those things.
See, now I wish I hadn't lost my guns in a tragic boating accident just so I could sell them on purpose. I do. This is the type of stuff that irritates me. It's like, every time I see like the whole smoking truth commercial,
Right.
I always want a cigarette just because.
Truth.
Yeah, because it's like, I understand what you're trying to do, but they've kind of...
It actually makes you want.
They're borderline pushing it and turning it into militant kind of thing, and
it makes you want to do it just to despite them.
Yeah, it's like
just to spite you. I want to do it.
double fisting one. Just like I don't have a reason to smoke 2 of them, but I will,
Right.
because that's it's what I want to do.
Right.
So in your
I'm not
face,
I don't really want to take 6 of them and light them and then smoke all of them at the same time. But you know what? I kind of want to now.
I do. I have no desire otherwise, but yeah.
Yeah, when that happens. That's one of those things.
I love this. Thank
That's
you,
a good
B.
thread. Great one. There.
Thank you, B. I like those fishing methods. They're accurate. You just have to make sure that
Actually,
the timing.
not drop it.
Well, you also have to make sure that the timing with the hand grenade is not. Because what probably happened
Remember,
there,
holy hand. You count.
Well, you have to count to 5
Right. And throw,
and throw,
not drop.
not drop.
If you count to 5 and then drop, it will blow up next to you.
But what I think happened there is they had already pulled the pin and let the primer go.
Mm-hmm.
So they had less time because that sucker barely hit the water.
They were probably still holding it for that long, too, because they're idiots.
I wonder how many fish they caught.
None.
Like, how many did they actually think?
because their boat sank.
No, but I mean, how many of them would they have caught then?
Probably like 2 or 3.
How do you
they're-
explain
they're-
that to your wife?
They're
too?
hitting the top of the water. They're not doing enough damage. Like, you're trying to make a sonic boom underneath the water.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, I'm just a thought. Like, like, hopefully they didn't get dead. So you go,
Oh, they're probably not dead. It just hurt.
like hell. Yeah. So how do you explain that when you finally make it back to shore and make it back home? You will stumble through the door,
Soaking wet.
soaking wet. You may have,
A little bit of
cuts and
shrapnel.
bruises,
Some shrapnel.
maybe a broken limb or two,
Maybe one.
at least a rib. And you walk in and your wife's like, what the hell happened to you?
Got into a fight with a shark.
That son of a bitch climbed up into the boat with us.
It's crazy. I had to do something, so I threw a grenade at him, and this is what happened.
Sounds like a bad Dr. Seuss song.
Mm-hmm.
I threw a grenade at him, and this is what he said. Oh,
That's right. So, the leader of the New York State Assembly,
mm-hmm.
himself a Democrat, announced on Thursday.
Wait,
that,
hold on. There's a Democrat in New York State Assembly.
yes,
Oh my God, I didn't know that. That's rare.
right.
And to be the leader of said state assembly.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. You don't hear about that kind of stuff. Talk about diversity in America today.
Yep, it's one of those things. He himself. Being a Democrat, he announced on Thursday that he has authorized an impeachment inquiry.
An inquiry.
An inquiry to be opened against the governor, Andrew Cuomo, the Lord himself.
Lord Almighty, Mr. Cuomo.
That's right.
Good for him.
Over the numerous allegations of
inquiry.
sexual harassment that have happened in the recent weeks.
An inquiry,
Inquiry.
not an actual investigation.
It's an inquiry.
He's asking about an
He's
investigation.
looking into it.
Is this worth investigating? Isn't I always thought that was funny. You know what I mean? Why would you? Isn't technically an inquiry into possibly an investigation? Isn't that in itself an investigation? Because you're going to discover some facts.
In a statement, Carl Heastie.
Oh, hi, Carl.
Carl Heastie, he's the Speaker of the House there in the New York Assembly.
Good for him.
Said after the meeting with the Assembly Majority Conference today, I am authorizing the Assembly Judiciary Committee to begin an impeachment investigation.
Again, it's an investigation into whether or
Led
not.
by Charles D. Levine, the chair, to examine
They
allegations.
named their chair Charles D. Levine.
To examine allegations of misconduct against the governor, Lord Andrew Cuomo.
Does that chair have arms, or is it one of those ones that are just straight backs with no arms? Is it a wheelie chair?
Look.
Is it?
It's very conscious. It's very
Is it like
self-conscious, okay?
Is it like the office chairs we have at work? Like the
very-
nice ones, the ones where you can roll back and it rolls your back
No,
for
no.
you. You can almost pop your
it's
upper
very
back if you do it right.
self-conscious. It has a very stiff back.
Oh, well. But I mean, okay, does
Forelegs
it have arms?
and no arms.
Oh, no.
It's very, very self-conscious.
Prude. I hate
I
those.
know, it's terrible.
The ones their chairs are mainly there for look. Is that
Mhm.
what you mean? Okay.
The look and the feel.
Of cotton?
Yes.
The fabric
Of our lives. The reports of the accusation concerning the governors are serious. The committee will have the authority to interview witnesses, subpoena documents, and evaluate evidence, as is allowed by the New York State Constitution. I have the utmost faith that Assemblymember Levine and the members of the committee will conduct an expeditious, full, and thorough investigation.
Oh, see.
Just like Cuomo's hands all over that
Oh,
all over that lady.
Yeah. No, see, if I wasn't a betting man,
which you're not because you lose every time.
No, I think I got this one in the
You
bag.
might get this one,
It literally just said that he's done.
basically.
He's done.
Yeah.
That's what this is. Is they're like,
Well, see, that's the thing.
because the whole
You've been saying that nothing would happen to him, and now you're saying that he's done.
well, no, and I say that only because of the fact that the guy just said so.
Yeah.
They're going to conduct an
Expeditious,
full, and thorough investigation.
Uh-huh.
The full and thorough part is a lie.
expeditious.
Expeditious, absolutely.
Oh,
They're going to come
yeah.
back and be like,
They're going to
boom.
explore
Everything that was
inch.
said is accurate and true. We cannot have him on here. We're going to impeach him. They'll deal with the impeachment thing.
Sure,
And
yes.
it'll be just like everything else. He'll stay in office and he'll never leave.
Right.
That's it. That's it. It's not going to change anything. But they're going to try and hit him with it, and it's going to be done and done quickly.
On Wednesday, the sixth accuser came forward and claimed Cuomo had reached under her blouse and aggressively groped her while they were both at the governor's mansion in 2020. Cuomo is also facing backlash from numerous scandals surrounding his decisions over the coronavirus patients to be treated at nursing homes during the height of the pandemic. More than 10,000 deaths ensued, and his administration has admitted to hiding some of the data from the lethal and egregious debacle. 59 state Democratic legislators have called for Cuomo to
Whatever.
resign.
Yeah, they want to do this in a very corrupt and crappy way, and that's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
Because and
that's
proof,
only going to make it easier for him to keep in.
yeah, proof that it's all being corruptly done is the fact that these women are trickling in. You would think after a certain number that some women, and I could be wrong. I'm not a woman, nor am I been in their situation.
Right.
But you would think that after a certain number, that the whole fear of retaliation crap would be over with. You know what I mean? They wouldn't have to worry about, I don't want him to come at me and blah, blah, blah. You would all kind of go, and like we mentioned before, not quite a class action, but close.
Pretty close.
Like it shouldn't be one more and one more and,
And
one
one
more.
more.
It should be like 3 showed up today. Oh, look, we had 6 today.
There was
2
5
more
more.
came yesterday.
Yeah.
Like you trickle in like that. This one at a time every couple days crap. No, I'm sorry. And I don't care who you are. And I'm not saying he didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying he didn't do it.
Which-
I wasn't there. I don't know.
I
But
would say based upon his situation and his personal behaviors, he probably did.
Well, I was going to say, but that specific one, this number 6, the one
Oh.
that sits there and says that he reached
The
under her
newest?
shirt and grabbed her at the mansion. Here's the deal.
If he did that, why didn't you report it immediately?
Yeah, which means either A, you allowed it,
Right. Or B,
you're making shit up. Period.
right,
You're making this up.
making it up.
Because it
Or
doesn't.
C, you agreed with him politically at the time.
Yeah, and now you're being bought off to turn around and get him gone. Like, it doesn't make sense. I don't see Cuomo, for all of his arrogance and all of his stuff, as being as because see the accusation is he reached under her shirt. That's not like an accidental brush. That's not
That's a full-
words
that's
being
a
said.
full dig
Yeah,
in.
that's
That's a full dig.
that's literally in depending on where you're at. That's a step under rape. That's a step under assault.
Actually, it is basically rape at
Yeah,
that point, depending on where you're at.
but
yeah.
it depends on where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna wait until now. And I get
It's
it;
like
it was
second
last year,
degree.
but still,
Yeah.
something doesn't smell right.
Oh, and it's not his hands. Ew.
Like I said, I don't think he's, for all of his arrogance, I don't think he's that ballsy to just do it because he thought he could get away with it. I don't. I could be wrong.
know.
I
I
could be
don't- I
wrong.
don't know.
I could be wrong. But I don't think he is. I mean, he may be a douchebag. He may be corrupt to no end. But I don't know. Like, that again, to have the chutzpah to do that.
Sure, why not?
Holy
there are a
smokes.
lot of people that have that.
No, I know, but there
There are a lot of people with that sort of balls.
You are solid gold balls at that
apparently,
point.
where you think that you are so untouchable by everybody in every standard.
I mean, then maybe
that
it
you can do
is.
whatever you want to whomever you want.
Maybe it
because
is.
You are God's gift to everything.
Again, maybe he is. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm not going to say whether or not she was lying or not. I'm just saying that all of this looks a little bit suspicious.
Yeah.
Something isn't right. And I'm not saying he didn't do it. I'm not saying any of this stuff. What I am saying is These women are just dripping in this slowly, one at a time, one, and in a couple of days, and then another one, and in a couple of days. If he has done all of these things, and if it's all been so bad, they should start showing up in droves.
Because he's probably done it to, I don't know,
Yeah,
a lot.
That's what I was gonna say. If you've done it to 1, if you've done it to 6, you've done it to way more than that.
Yeah, because you've gotten away with it.
Exactly. I mean, we have video proof of all the ones that Biden's been doing and has done
Over the course of many years.
Many years, and that's there. So
It's visible and nobody cared.
exactly. I just
That's what it is, man. I mean, that's just how they work. That's what they do. It's how they work.
no, and that's true. Like I said, and Donna Ray pointed out over on Facebook, it could be a distraction for killing almost 15,000 elderly nursing home residents. No, and you're right. There's a lot of things, because at this point it's so bad with politics that you never know.
Right.
It's so corrupt. It is so convoluted. It is so muddy that you have no actual idea what the real truth is. We could come up with like some great logical points and go, this is what it seems to be by deduction. But 9 times out of 10, we never find out the actual truth.
Yep.
That's the bad part. I just...
Are you good now?
No, I
you okay?
I just
Are
she
you
picked
all right?
some humdam dingers tonight, man.
I know. I did it on purpose, man.
I know, because it makes for good radio.
It really does. It makes for great
I
radio. What are you
just-
talking about, good radio? It makes for great radio. That's what we do.
I just if I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I have nothing to say. They keep the show gainfully employed, and we thank you for that. But there are moments though that I kind of like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I don't.
It's not your thing, right?
I would like a break. You're making this way too easy.
I know. All right.
The government,
it's too much.
the government, the news, all of this stupidness going on makes our jobs way too easy.
Yep. Adam W. Johnson over there on the Twitters. I agree with Dylan Lyles on that. The more people bugged me about quitting, the more I smoked. What keeps me smoke free now? After I successfully quit, Dad died from emphysema. More recently,
hear that.
as you know, my mom contracted COVID.
Yeah.
On top of the emphysema and passed.
Yeah. No, my dad passed away. I don't know exactly what he passed away from. That's a long and crappy story that I don't plan on sharing with anybody. The way all that turned out. So I was unable to know what he died from. But I can guarantee you that the suspect is that there's a lot of issues. He was a smoker his entire life since allegedly the age of 14.
Allegedly.
Right.
And so I'm there, but it's just that whole, they put, when it becomes militant, you just kind of want to go, you know what?
Yeah, not so great.
I'm going to do it now just to be a douche because I can. That's
right.
the joy of freedom. Is I appreciate your concern in me, but once it starts crossing in out of concern and becomes an attempt at controlling my individual person, that's when I just kind of want to give you the biggest middle finger I can, and that's by literally doing opposite of what you want.
Everything that you want, complete opposite. B from the SAV over there on the Twitters. I think he meant groping. Groping is okay. Aggressively groping? No, bueno.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
The Knights Who Say Knee. Did somebody say holy hand grenade? Yes. Yes, it did.
Yes, we did.
Yes, I did.
Kind of a blast from the past.
That's what, as it were. Yeah.
Just saying. You're welcome.
I knew you'd like it.
Mm-hmm.
I knew you'd like it.
I don't. Oh,
Are you okay?
And there's a correction. Yeah, no, there's a correction. Adam W. Johnson corrected us. Once he went under the clothing, in most places, that is legally sexual assault versus sexual harassment. Sexual assault is always sexual harassment, but not necessarily vice versa. So you can have one without the other, but not the other one without the other.
Right. So one of these things is not like the other.
One of these things just don't belong. Mainly his hand up her shirt.
Both of those things that don't belong.
This hour brought to you by AmericanPrideRoasters.com. American Pride Roasters Coffee is where you go to get historically great coffee.
One sip And it will make you swallow.
Guaranteed. Go over there and check out all the flavors and different brands and stuff, the chocolates, the coffees, the teas. So much to choose from. You can spend hours looking and trying to decide what you want. I promise you, good stuff. AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Go to mojo50.com. Those are the poor saps. I mean, the great people that allow us to be on the network, carry us around every single day. Check them out. The other great hosts and shows over there, mojo50.com. You can also listen to them live 24/7 on iHeartRadio under the Mojo 50 radio banner.
Check all that out. Check out our website. Once
website.
again, that's doaeshow.com.
That is-
DOAEshow.com.
Yeah. Follow us on all social medias, also conveniently at DOAE Show. Use the hashtag arm yourselves, like, share, subscribe, whatever all that crapola is.
Yeah.
And we still got another hour to go. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. I'm going to, like, I know this is a meme, but I want to investigate this a little bit more, and it won't let me do it.
What are you talking about? It's a meme. You're not going to win.
I got that.
What do you want to do? Zoom in?
Yeah, I do. That
Double tap on the top.
on the top.
Like, just
Oh,
there. What are you trying to... One.
he doesn't have a grenade.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. Watch his hand.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, yeah, he doesn't have one. What did he do? Did he drop one beforehand?
That's what I'm wondering.
Maybe he dropped one before, and the other guy took time and delayed, and that's what caused the problem.
Maybe.
Because I thought it was two.
Yeah, I thought so.
That's because I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, I thought so too. Hold on. So where does the explosion?
Boom. It's that one. It's
is
the
that
last one that dropped. Boom. Yeah, it's always the last one that dropped for sure.
Wow. No, it's just I keep watching it
It's
over
fascinating,
and
right?
over and over again.
That's good.
I love it.
That is good.
Thank you, B. That literally is my favorite gift for the day. You're welcome. I'm glad we can help you adjust on your drink choices of the evenings.
And yeah, Jameson's Caskmate is definitely delicious. So
It's magically delicious.
so yeah, I agree. Good times, great oldies there.
Because everybody loves the Jameson. Or no.
Well, not everybody.
I do.
But if you like the stout, if you like the Jameson, you'll love the stout. It's really good.
Oh, I gotta send her the YouTube thing.
I already got her.
The YouTube?
Yeah.
You did YouTube too?
Yeah.
Oh, roger that. Okay.
Dude, I got you, man.
All right, no. I just,
Everything was up except for that.
everything is awesome
Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
because everything is awesome when you're living a dream.
That's right. So we're good.
Mm-hmm.
We're okay, bub.
Do 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 do
Do.
dum dum dum.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
I'm sorry. What?
What? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Here, look at the man.
He look like a man.
Do. Oh, what? What's that about?
What's what about?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Something's going on.
Something's always going on. No, Tech, I think he was talking about us.
Maybe. No,
I could be deemed a feeble old fool.
you could be. Potentially.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Maybe. I mean, you're not feeble.
You sure about that?
Yeah, you're stronger than some people.
And weaker than most.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, really bleeding. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
So China is on the move.
They're on the move again?
Yeah. Well, you know, the joy of having somebody running the free world who clearly not only has no spine, but doesn't have the faculties to be able to know who is in his cabinet.
Even if he had a spine.
Yeah. So it's an apparent effort to cut back on Hong Kong's ability to self-govern. China has moved to limit Hong Kong's democratic process in an almost unanimous vote on Thursday. Shocker that it was almost unanimous.
So what they're saying is Hong Kong phooey.
Yeah, exactly. The funny part is the phrase "the almost unanimous." It would have been unanimous, but those people who voted against it are no longer
Now dead.
Yeah,
so it's
they're
fine.
not
It's
around
gone.
anymore. They don't exist. The National People's Congress voted to approve a policy that would broaden the power of an existing election committee in order to ensure that the patriots are elected to govern Hong Kong.
So basically, the Communist Party of China is making sure that the Communist Party of China gets elected inside of Hong Kong.
Yeah. Critics of the move see it as China's most recent attempt to push back on any dissent in the region, particularly as protests sparked in 2019, and then Hong Kong authorities postponed elections last year, blaming the coronavirus.
Well, you know, if China didn't release the coronavirus, they wouldn't have had anything to blame.
Right?
So it's their own fault.
Chinese authorities have reportedly said that the most recent attempt is simply a way to cut down on the liability of the anti-China bodies to stir up disorder in Hong Kong and get rid of any legal loopholes that allow interference to take place.
Yeah, so basically what you're saying is China's saying they want full control over Hong Kong.
Yeah.
They don't want Hong Kong to be
Free
and
independent
and have, you know,
and
their
do its own thing. No. They want to, similar to what Russia did with Crimea, China wants Hong Kong.
Crimea River.
The Chinese Premier Li Keqiang said in a press conference after the vote that the, quote, purpose of the decision was clear cut, end quote.
Clear cut. It is clear cut.
It is clear cut.
That's how you, that you know how clear cut it is?
Mhm.
It's so clear cut that you couldn't even tell that there was more than one strike to the head.
That's good. That's good. That's called efficiency. That's
Right.
skill.
Yes. It took 2 strikes, but still.
Yeah, you always double tap. Quote, it is to adhere and improve the systematic structure of one country, 2 systems, and uphold the principle of patriots administering Hong Kong. Excuse me.
Patriots.
Patriots.
You mean communists?
Yeah, I never heard of it. I didn't know communists.
We're talking about Chinese patriots.
Yeah, communists never have called themselves patriots. They've always called each other comrades.
Right. But they're trying to make it appear more normal to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So instead of saying the Chinese comrade.
Yeah, and they're using it obviously to, to continue the quote. Last year, Hong Kong suffered multiple disruptions. We hope the peoples from all walks of life will join together to improve Hong Kong's living standards and improve prosperity.
You know who else suffered a lot of disruptions last year and over the past 30 years, 100 years?
Me? Oh,
No,
not
the
100-year part.
Uyghurs.
The draft measure would broaden the current Hong Kong election committee from 1,200 members to 1,500.
Mm-hmm. That's an additional 300.
That's
a bit.
That's a lot.
It's a bit much.
It actually took a minute, to comprehend it. Think about that for just a teensy weensy second.
Uh-huh. The election committee goes.
The
from 1,200
election
people.
committee has 1,200 members and will now jump to 1,500.
That's a lot.
The legislature would also increase from 70 members to 90. The committee would be responsible for choosing some of the local legislative members in Hong Kong and also take part in the nomination process. Ain't that a coinky-dink?
Yep.
That's called being thorough. The Wall Street Journal reports, quote, a senior Chinese official said last week the committee would directly fill a, quote, relatively large share, end quote, of the seats, but the resolution didn't give a number. It doesn't matter how many seats they cover as long as they end up getting majority.
A majority.
Which is what will happen.
Yep.
Because then they could turn around and go, well, no, see, y'all have other voices. We just happen to be the majority every single time.
From here until the end of China.
From here to eternity. You're welcome. The current law allows for half of the legislature to be publicly elected, and professional, quote, professional and special interest groups are given the ability to choose the remaining half of legislatures. While these methods will reportedly still be utilized, the measure was not specific on stating how many sections would be decided using these ways. See, the funny part is that they think that that it matters. It's good. The system is going to stay the same. China is just saying, look, we're going to have more control over both sides.
It doesn't matter at that point.
Yeah.
It's not going to stay the same, though.
No. In
It's
recent,
going to look the same.
it's going to look the same, but it will never be
It's
the
like
same.
American politics.
Yeah.
It's going to
Weird.
look the same, but it's never going to act the same way ever again.
In recent months,
Mm-hmm.
in recent months,
Further
further unrest has taken hold of the region as Chinese officials used national security laws in order to arrest Hong Kong activists and campaigners in January, citing their participation in primaries last summer.
That's how this all works. They're just going to keep on going.
Yeah, they're going to turn around and pretend that, oh, look how bad Hong Kong is doing. They need us so badly, they're failing.
They're all dying.
Yeah.
Everybody's dying and failing, and everything's going so wrong. I mean, if we don't act, if we don't take control, it's just going to be all-out chaos.
Yeah, well, low can high.
Excuse me, what?
Low can high.
Bless you.
Thank you. The chairman of Hong Kong's Democratic Party is out on bail after he was arrested last year for allegedly being involved in an unauthorized assembly in 2019.
Well, I mean, he is part of the Hong Kong's Democratic Party, so
Yeah, but
by Democrats he means Democratic Party. They don't actually mean Democrats.
No, I know.
They mean the actual people that are
Yeah.
wanting democracy.
no, I got that.
But once
it's-
again,
it's-
democracy is a bad thing. It'd be better than what they currently have.
It is absolutely better than what they have.
Right.
Let's just make that crystal clear.
Yeah, well.
But it's still not good.
No.
But he said, quote, what we've seen over the past year is that authorities will do whatever they want, whenever they want, in a way that is unimaginable as before. That was unimaginable before.
Well, because
I don't know how you could say it was unimaginable when for thousands of years they've been doing it to the Uyghurs. And you don't think all of a sudden it's going to happen to you? Like,
it's not unimaginable. This is subterfuge.
Yeah.
This is normal political theater. This is what happens.
yeah, this is a normal day in business.
Yeah, if
as
you're
far
going
as
to be
China
going
goes.
to be a corrupt, evil political power, you have to, I don't know, somehow take over everything so that nobody can stand in your way.
Yeah, the new measure was approved in a landslide vote on Thursday with 2,895 members voting in favor, 0 against, and 1 abstaining. That 1 abstaining has no name anymore, and if he's alive,
Right.
wishes he wasn't.
Exactly.
Of course, there was 0 against
0 against
in the communist China. While the measure didn't include specific timetable, the new regulations will reportedly be put forth through amendments to the annex documents that are part of the mini constitution.
The mini constitution.
Mini constitution.
Mini constitution.
You have like
The regular
It's like a
constitution.
mini-me.
Oh, I thought it was like a pocket constitution.
No. It's one that apparently China allowed Hong Kong to have.
Like a small constitution.
Yeah, it literally for them it is just a piece of paper. Now,
It's like a difference between like a hotel and a microtel
or a hotel and a motel at least.
and a Holiday Inn.
Yeah. I haven't stayed in a Holiday Inn in forever. I used to stay a lot, but I don't do it anymore.
I don't know, but the place that we stayed yesterday, that was
That was
really nice.
fantastic.
Freaking nice place.
I don't even have to go nowhere fancy. Just go there. Hong Kong members of the National People's Congress stated that the new regulations could be done as soon as April.
As soon as April.
Yeah, but they're not going to give a timetable.
No, of course not, because then people would know.
Yeah. The move pushes for patriots to be the ones in charge of Hong Kong, a complex term that the People's Republic of China seems eager to define for itself.
Of course it does.
In a briefing this week about the resolution, Song Ron, Deputy Commissioner of
Sorry,
China,
what?
Song Ron,
Okay.
Deputy Commissioner of China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Hong Kong said, quote, when we talk about patriotism, we're not talking about the abstraction of loving a culture or historical China, but rather loving the currently existing People's Republic of China under the leadership of the Chinese Communist Party, end quote.
Because loving you is easy because you're communist.
In case you didn't get a clear enough answer, he added, quote, patriots should respect the Chinese Communist Party, end quote. I think they've made their intentions rather clear. I mean, we all knew this. This was not a, China does anything, especially against Hong Kong. It's not a secret. They want to take it over. They want it back for some weird reason. They feel that it is important to them.
It is important to them.
Because it was theirs and blah, 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 blah.
But then they gave it to,
But they're literally saying, oh no, patriot is not what everyone else says is patriot. Patriot is, when you are loyal to the party.
Communist Party.
Let's see.
Loyalty to the party is definitely not a patriotism.
Let's see. Patriot. Do you want a definition for patriot?
Sure, let's go.
Patriot is a person who vigorously supports their country and is prepared to defend it against enemies and detractors. Their country, not the party.
Not the party. Well, let's see. Okay, so if you don't separate the party from the country, as you don't in China, because China is communist and the communist is China.
No, I got that. But even that guy said very clearly, hey, here's the deal.
Yeah.
It's not about the culture of China. It's about the party.
Well, I mean,
period. Always the party. It's not about be proud that you're Chinese. Be proud of your heritage. Be proud of the fact that you're part of one of the oldest nations in the world. Like, no, don't do that.
Well,
it's about the party. It's about being allowed to be dictated over.
Right. Well, as the well-known bards have said, chick of the China of the Chinese chicken, you have a drumstick and your brain stops ticking.
Watching X-Files with the lights on. Dollar May's on. Hope the Smoky Man's in this one.
Like Harrison Ford, I'm getting frantic.
Sting and Patrick. Sting is guaranteed to satisfy.
Like Kurosawa, I make mad films.
Okay, I don't make films.
But if I did, they'd have a samurai.
We'll stop now because we could do the whole song.
We could do the rest of it.
The whole song is like, we got to do it. No,
Thanks, B. We love you, buddy.
Well, he started it, and
we're finishing it.
Yeah, he really liked it because if you look back 8 minutes ago, he pushed it with the gift there, and apparently he didn't think it hit home hard enough, so he had to follow up with that. He's very proud of that joke, and we're good. We're good with it too. It's a good one.
Yes, we're good with it.
It's just. He was very proud of that joke.
And we're proud of you for it. We're proud of you for being proud of yourself.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's fine. You've taken to heart exactly what we do, and we love you for it. So coming back home.
Hold on. What? Kevin Hutchins over on Twitter.
Okay,
I, for one, am going to miss COVID-19 when she's gone. I'm a wreck without my little China German. Hey, 19.
Okay.
That's not how the actual melody goes, but I like it.
Are we done now?
I mean, if we have to.
Are we finished?
I mean, guess, God, if you insist on moving on.
Moving on.
Okay, whatever.
In Oklahoma, the House of Representatives
Oklahoma
is the place to be.
Where the wind goes sweeping down the plain.
Thank you.
Where wheat, grain, and wheat sure smells sweet. Okay.
You good? Their House of Representatives passed a
Her
bill.
name was Lola. Oh.
She was a showgirl. We spent too much time in the car.
Too much
time.
Day long
Too
today.
much time in the car.
Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl
with yellow ribbons in her hair.
and a dress kind of down to there.
She does merengue. Anyway, the Oklahoma House of Representatives passed a bill Tuesday that would protect drivers who hit protesters while fleeing a riot, and also would update the punishments for rioters.
Good.
Yes. The House Bill 1674 would create a new section of law to protect motor vehicle operators fleeing a riot under a reasonable belief their actions were necessary to protect them from serious injury or death. The station said, citing a news site release, adding that it also would update language relating to those convicted of illegal activities during riots.
Good. Like North Carolina has a similar one to that. Now, I don't remember.
I love it. No, it's you can if somebody's obstructing the road,
You can ease forward.
Yeah, you can ease forward as long as you just continue to ease forward. You can't go full speed, but if you slow down to where you're not actually trying to kill them.
Well, and you can pick up speed. You just can't gun it. You can't
Right, you
drop
can't-
the hammer. You have to be gradual.
Move through. You have to move through.
But you can pick up speed and move and keep going.
You can keep
But I was
driving.
going to say, but also in North Carolina, now, I don't know if they have anything as far as the whole extra punishments for illegal activities during riots. I don't know if that's in there. But North Carolina has the same similar one where you have the ability and are protected that if you feel that your life is in danger, you can turn around and go.
Yep, you can just go. Just
And,
leave.
Yeah, and you again, you're not killing anyone. You don't go fast. You don't pedal to the metal. You don't do anything stupid like that. But you have at least the ability to get out.
To maneuver.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you take somebody out in the process, oh well.
And I quote, last summer, during the height of the violent riots, that were sweeping the nation, resulting in loss of life of millions of dollars and property damage. A motorist in Oklahoma traveling with his wife and 2 children, school-aged children, was surrounded by aggressive protesters in the roadway. This is from Representative Kevin West. The protesters beat at his truck and threw things at it, scaring both him and his family. The driver was severely chastised for trying to hurt the protesters and even faced the possibility of criminal charges for his actions in attempting to evade the protesters.
For me personally, it doesn't make sense that we actually have to have bills and stuff like this passed to cover this stuff.
Yeah.
Because there is such a thing as self-defense. If I walk up to you and I start smashing your car, if I start, aggressively assaulting you.
I'm going to hit you with the car.
Well, not even the car. Let's take it away from the car. I walk up to you in person and I start shoving you. The moment I put my hands on you, that's assault. Period,
Yes.
hands down. Doesn't
Done.
matter what it was, that's assault.
Complete.
Okay? You at that moment have the right to defend yourself. So
Yes.
if you turn around and stick me in the nose and I fall down dead because, somehow you've allegedly have shoved my broken nose into my skull or whatever.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Whatever. I had a heart attack. Whatever. Doesn't matter. You successfully then, or you don't even do that. You turn around and beat my ass.
Yeah.
Into the ground.
Even if you don't die.
Stomp a mud hole in it and walk it dry.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Curb stomp you at that point.
Yes, you are defending yourself.
Yep.
You were attacked. You responded. The same thing should have always, the fact that they have to pass this as a law doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
you're being attacked in your car, your space, your private property, your lives are at the risk of being in danger because your property and yourselves are being harassed and assaulted. You have the right to defend yourself.
Yeah.
Now, if these people are stupid enough to go at it where they are going to go up against a 6-ton vehicle,
that's their own fault.
that's your own fault.
That's your own stupid.
Literally not bringing anything to a gunfight.
Nothing at all.
Yeah.
Maybe a rock. You brought
No,
a
that's
rock.
bringing nothing to
Feathers?
a gunfight. No.
Nothing?
Nothing. That's like literally bringing your mama jokes to a gunfight. It doesn't work. It doesn't help anything. It doesn't fix anything. It doesn't.
Right.
And again, why we have to actually be at a point where we have to pass it as a law to protect people is insane. It should have been obvious. I'm sorry, sir, but they were beating on my car. My wife and my kids were in the car. I did what I needed to do. The fact that I sped away, if they happened to be underneath a 6-ton vehicle as it reached speeds of 60 miles an hour, that's not my fault. They shouldn't have been in the effing road.
But that's what it is. Yeah. See, West added that this measure would clarify a motorist's rights. In a similar situation going forward, it also would clarify the punishments for riders acting illegally to impede traffic or to seek harm of other individuals during the course of a riot. The co-author, Kevin McDougall, said, quote, I fully agree that peaceful protests are a right of the people, and I condone anyone who wants to protest peacefully. Once anyone impedes on the freedoms of others, however, the protest is no longer peaceful. I simply want to make sure that people on both sides of any issue are kept safe and have the right to defend and protect their families when they feel their lives are threatened.
How hard is that? Like the fact that the guy is in the Senate trying to pass this as hey guys, this is so unclear to you people
that we're gonna make sure that it's crystal.
Yeah, that we have to make it a law.
Yeah, we have to pass
That's
a bill, make
sad.
it a law.
Because they're right. If there's a difference between protesting and rioting. Protesting is walking, in a safe thing. You're following rules. You're following, your
Protocols, rules.
Yeah, you're not jumping into streets. You're not trying to, mess up anything, but you're trying to get your point heard.
Right.
That's fine.
Safely.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Completely fine.
Voice your opinion, but
Please
when
do.
you start forcing it on people, i.e. assaulting people in their cars, when you start trying to
blocking traffic,
forcing it down people's throats, then it's no longer a peaceful protest. You're just being a dick.
Yep.
And at that point, you kind of should be handled. You get what is you're giving to other people. You know that whole treat people how you want to be treated thing?
Know that?
I know, it's a really weird concept.
That is a very weird concept.
Apparently, it works if you actually utilize it.
I've never heard of this.
Then I guess you have time to speak of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
I really do.
Have I got a book for you?
Are we talking about the Book of Mormon or?
No.
Oh,
I
it's
can't
it's the Watchtower?
It is the Watchtower. You got it. How did you do?
Because that's free of charge.
It is free of charge. I can't afford the Book of Mormon. It's $60 damn. And it's still small print. I can't read that.
Right,
without
that's
my
really
glasses.
small
It gives
print.
me a
I mean, what's
headache.
wrong with you?
It's not even that big of a book. And why did they need to make the print so small?
I hear it was a good musical, though. What?
I don't know. I haven't watched the Newsies. I have no idea.
Aww.
Quote, this is Kevin Hutchins over on Twitter. It's racist to not let the thugs pull you out of your car and Reginald deny your skull in.
Then what?
It says Reginald deny your skull in.
I don't know what that means.
I'm but pretty much guess that it's not a
I
good
get
thing.
it. Yeah.
Whatever it
beating your
is.
skull, that's fine.
It's
but
not
who's
good.
Reginald Denny?
Mm,
Or Reginald Denny?
I don't know.
Who is this guy?
I don't know him.
I don't know.
I'm tired. I don't
Hey,
hardly know nothing.
you can't remember anything right now.
Where are we? What's going on?
We're on the show. That's what we're doing right now.
What's my name?
What's my name
What's
again?
my name?
What's my name again?
What's my name again? So many songs.
A very political kitty over there on the Twitters. Do a show, Defenders, the
Yes.
musical. We've thought about this.
We have
We've
actually
thought about this actually releasing an album. I'm pretty sure it would work better than Bernie's.
Oh, I know it would be.
Yeah.
I know it would be.
Pretty sure it'd be
because
good.
It would be parodies. It would be actual songs.
Uh-huh.
It would be done with humor.
It'd be great.
We're not that bad as singers. I'm not great, but I'm not bad.
But at least I'm not a Bob Dylan.
Yeah, that or if I could get my Shaggy impression down, how funny would it be for us to make a comedy singing album of us imitating Bob Dylan
and
Shaggy,
That'd be so good.
which is also two people who imitate their own voices.
right. Two people who mess about their own voice and screw it up.
That's what I think. That's what that.
I think that's what we need to do. We need to come up with that. Shaggy,
Shaggy and Bob Dylan.
they come together for one album.
One album and one album only.
The album of history.
Coming to a truck stop near you. 3 payments of $69.95. I love it. I think it's a winner. It's a winner.
I think we can do this. Bob Dylan Christmas. Bob Dylan Christmas.
That would be. Oh.
Good job, Nights for St. Nee. I like that's good.
What's my name again?
What's my name again?
Where am I? Where am I?
You know that guy.
Who took my pudding? My tapioca. I want tapioca.
Good evening, everybody. My name is I am
my job is
sorry.
Where's the little girl I can sniff?
Where are we at again?
I need to.
the White House. Yeah, I got you. Okay.
You know, it's possible that he sniffs those young girls and those young women, not because he's a sexual deviant or a predator or anything like that. Yeah. It's possible that their essence, is what fuels him and keeps him alive.
You're saying that he's actually sucking the life away from them?
Not necessarily away from them, but like human beings shed dead skin all the time.
Right.
Okay. And it's possible that stuff similar to the dead skin is what revitalizes him at least a little bit and keeps him moving and functioning.
Maybe that's what it is, and he hasn't had enough. He hasn't huffed enough little girls.
Yeah, it's been a while. Now that he's president, he doesn't have the luxury of sniffing girls like he used to, and so now he's starting. The batteries are starting to die. You know, I'm just saying.
We know, James. We know you can't be on Twitter anymore. We're
defending Christmas.
Yeah,
we always defend Christmas.
We do, and we actually did.
Want a good Christmas
album. We were going to do a Christmas.
We
album.
do need to do it.
We need to do a Christmas album. That'd be good,
but
only in voices, not in ourselves. Only in other voices.
Yeah, it'd be weird to do it in like June or July.
Christmas in July. Defending Christmas in July. It could work. We can do that.
This is Defenders Live.
TechRoo 2024 on Twitter. Bob Dylan was at David Letterman's 8th anniversary show, which I attended at Universal Studios. He was a total parody of himself. Nothing intelligible, and he just made a weird buzzing noise.
Exactly.
And yet the man makes millions.
Or made.
No, he still does.
Is he still alive?
Yes, he's still alive. He's still making albums. He just put one out.
What?
Not a year ago.
You.
Yeah. Like there are only a few songs of his I can tolerate, and mostly because I know that it's all crap. Like I know he's fake. I know, but that's just to a point. I guess you could argue shows the talent the man has that he could actually make his voice sound like crap, and he still makes money.
Because that's the thing. He actually knows how to sing.
Yes, he's very talented, a very good singer.
It's the worst part. He has a good voice. But he decided that he could make more money by sounding like a moron.
Yes, and apparently he was correct.
Well, he is correct, and so and other people have taken note of that, like Lady Gaga.
Yep,
taken note of that idea where you don't have to be like she's a classically trained pianist.
She has a what?
No, she is a
classically
I thought
trained.
She is
a classically trained
pianist.
Oh, pianist.
Pianist.
I was like,
you have to enunciate.
What is a classically trained penis? Is what I would like to know. Pianist. Gotcha. Pianist. I heard. Sorry, the headphones are.
I know it's a little awkward. I
need to clean out a little bit. They're getting.
Then you're
dirty.
Tired. I get it. It's
fine. Got to go to work tomorrow.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. But still,
no.
And so she is.
Yeah.
But she decided to put on a dress made of meat and dance around and
but that had nothing to do with her vocals. Like,
no, but it did have to do with her talent.
Not necessarily.
Yes, it did. Nah. She decided to be the most abstract thing out there.
Yeah, but
because of that, that was the note that she took.
Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, she was just trying to get notoriety
to make money.
Yeah, but that didn't alter her. Like her sound didn't change. It's not like
no. Yeah. You're right.
Over the years, her sound is changing. Her voice has been identical. It's just
right. It's just
she's no longer
to shock jock to make money.
Yeah, and now that she's gotten where she's at, she's mellowing out now
because she can.
Because she's already got the money and royalties and everything else. Yeah. So I don't fault that part of it, but when you
Yeah.
When, like I said, when you knowingly change your stuff up and you still make millions, I hate you.
Yeah.
I hate you. I'm just saying. What?
James over there. Time to check the Play Store for voice to text updates on the AI. Just saying.
Sorry.
Just saying. Oh, Paige wants us over on the Facebook. She wants us to do Christmas in July, apparently. Defenders do Christmas in July.
I'll have to figure out a time we can have time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be good.
We could work it out. Never mind. You're not gonna go. You're not gonna go.
No, my brain. I'm not going there. My
No.
brain was actually thinking of how to make this work. Sorry, you caught me in a moment where like the wheels were actually spinning. I'm like, how do I make this work?
Your wheels should not be spinning right now about that because we got other things. to
I
do.
know, but you know,
Other
she
things.
just kind of threw it out there, and it's like, well, could we? Do
Maybe we
it?
could. We
I know we could.
We could. We could easily do it.
Is the success of it worth the effort put into it?
It depends. It really does.
Yeah.
Maybe we can put a poll up somewhere.
Yeah, but it would have to be more than the last poll we did. Like, just to have 6 people do it is not a poll.
Yeah, it's really not.
Like, it need.
that wasn't 6 people. There was more than that.
No, it was like okay, it was like 7.
No,
it
there
really wasn't.
There was more than that responded before we closed the show out. Come on. Don't be like that.
I'm not being like that. I'm
Don't
being
be
factual.
Don't be like that. That's not nice.
Check the transcript. It's
That's
there.
not nice.
I'm not being. I'm being honest. There are more people that listen to us than interact with us, and that makes me sad.
It does. It makes all of us sad.
It hurts my heart.
It makes everybody here sad.
It does.
You know what else makes you sad?
When I peel an onion.
No, that just makes you cry.
Well, no, it makes me sad too because then I always end up forgetting to wash my hands properly, and then I rub my eye again.
Oh, that would make you actually sad at that point.
Yeah.
That'd be bad. So, at least 5 Oklahoma City police officers are facing first-degree manslaughter charges.
5?
5.
5. Holy
5.
hell. 5.
Yeah, after a shooting death of a 15-year-old boy who was reportedly robbing a convenience store.
5
5.
cops
Yeah, 5 officers.
shot a 15-year-old kid.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was a black kid, though, wasn't he?
No.
Because we all know that cops hunt
no,
down black
he-
people.
No, he wasn't black.
Oh, he wasn't?
No. On November 23rd, Oklahoma
Mhm.
City police officers responded to the call for an attempted armed robbery at an
Okay.
area convenience store. When officers arrived on the scene, they encountered a subject, 15-year-old Stavian Rodriguez.
Oh, he was a brown kid. Also, it still doesn't
still
matter.
brown, yeah.
Still brown.
When it's brown, you got to put them down. Apparently,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Footage of the encounter has been released, showing Rodriguez, who was armed when the officers arrived on the scene, placing his weapon to the ground and appearing to cooperate with the police.
Okay. So if he put the gun down
Uh-huh.
and appeared to be cooperating, what do you like? Make a dive for it?
I don't know, but the cops were telling him, show us your hands, sir. Nobody has to get hurt. Blah 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 blah. Rodriguez can be seen lifting his shirt to show the officers that he had a gun tucked in his waistband of his jeans. He placed the weapon on the ground, and the officer shouts, "Get face down on the ground! Get face down on the ground!"
Okay.
Rodriguez then seems to attempt to reach into his pocket in a motion that appears to act of removing something else.
Okay.
Moments later, they shot him 13 times.
Okay, and I'm not a cop. I've
I've
never been a cop.
I could see the reaction.
No, and I can too. I can too. But here's my thought.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my thought.
Okay.
There's at least 5 cops there, right?
Yes.
Okay. 5 cops, at least. All of them have their weapons drawn.
Yeah.
The kid is acting that he's
Like-
going along with
yeah.
it. He's putting the guns down.
Mhm.
He's showing them he has more. He's putting those on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Enlighten me as to why at least one of those jokers weren't like attempting to hurry up and get to the kid to restrain him. I get like an adult, like for real.
It's a kid.
It's a kid. He's 15. Is he doing what's right? Is he? Yeah, there's a lot of things that is wrong with this kid, clearly.
Yeah, but why wasn't somebody already approaching?
Why? What? Yeah, exactly. Once he started putting guns down and starting doing that stuff, you've got 4 other guys. If you don't have enough faith in your other team to turn around and have your back to protect you and all that jazz, including the bulletproof. And again, I'm not a cop, so maybe I'm speaking well out of my depth.
Maybe we should have gotten Izzo in this one.
Maybe we should. I know he'll answer if we call
Izzo,
him.
yeah. Well,
But
I can. You want me to call him?
Yeah, call him.
Okay, we'll call him.
Well,
on this.
because this is just,
You know
it
what?
confuses me.
We'll call on this one.
Just call him.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna call him, but
Oh.
I can't connect this stuff through my phone right now.
Oh, that's right. You can't.
So I've
You got to find the number. That's
I gotta
fine.
find the number.
But it does blow my mind, though. And I don't know, police protocol, but that doesn't make sense. If the person is acting like they're doing something, you mean to tell me they just stood there the entire time? Like, is that really how that works? Is
know.
that part of the protocols? Is to wait until they've completely sat there and did exactly what you said for a certain amount of time, and then you show up and start doing stuff?
I don't know. I mean, maybe.
And again, I understand that he was armed, but he's 15.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
15.
you know what? If I do that right now,
It'll mess everything up.
it'll probably kill something else. So I'm not gonna do that.
You can Skype in real quick.
I could Skype him, but I don't think he'll answer on the Skype.
Text him real quick. Say, hey, get on Skype.
Call. Yeah.
I love doing it. This is the second time we've done this.
Yeah,
on the
I know.
phone.
This is how we do it.
You got
All
it.
right,
or
no,
I'm doing it?
yeah, I got it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
But anyway, like he's 15, and I understand that obviously that's that weird spot where you're not quite a young teenager, but you're not an adult yet, and I understand that. And again, clearly, if he's armed robbery, there's a lot of issues with this kid.
right.
A lot. And I understand you for the safety of the cops involved. You don't want them getting shot. It would mess that kid up if he ended up doing something stupid. But he was doing everything else right.
At the time, yeah.
At the time, he was showing them all the weapons he had. He was putting them down carefully. He was doing all of this stuff. I just feel like this was handled very wrong.
Really, really awkwardly.
And
Let's put it that way.
don't like it. I feel weird about it.
Yeah. All right.
You gonna do the video?
No.
Oh,
Just pulling him up.
I love doing this stuff like on the
This
fly.
is awesome. Like right on the air.
See?
What's going on? Izzo.
Hang on a second.
I mean, it's only a live show.
Yeah, it's only a
and
live show. We
fine.
can wait. Yeah, it's fine.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. What's going on?
So,
Okay. you get the
as we
story.
have apparently have a habit of being so good at prepping for shows,
Right.
this is
Oh,
we-
so you're pulling an Izzo.
yeah. Oh no.
No, we did this last
Apparently,
week
this
too.
is becoming a habit. We did the same thing with Jason Dufresne too.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. So we're currently reading a story that we found. Apparently, 5 police officers are facing life in prison after shooting a 15-year-old boy 13 times.
I saw.
Okay.
You were a cop at one point.
So-
we need your police opinion on
So,
this.
did you read the entire story, or do you want a brief overview before we get?
I
to
watched the body camera footage, and it made me cringe.
Okay.
Okay, so,
So-
did he really did he actually, he set the gun down and the whole deal, and he was following instructions, yeah?
Yeah, here's my overview. I don't know. Like, you could stretch the whole, it was a lawful good shoot because of the circumstance. He had a weapon on him. He placed it down. There's nothing saying that the furtive movement where he put his hands behind his back, he could have been going for another weapon, so they could have lit him up. But it's just like they were all in a good position to where they looked like they were all concealed and covered, and you couldn't have waited for a second to see if his hands pulled anything. I didn't like it. Let me put it that way.
Well, that was the
yeah.
question I was having while we were trying to get you and everything else. And again, I've been in the military, but I've never done police work.
Right.
And my brain says there's at least 5 cops there. There may have been more, but at least 5 of them were there. And it's a 15-year-old kid who, by all accounts, was at least allegedly cooperating.
What was the crime that they were called there for?
Robbery,
The first?
armed robbery.
Okay.
So my question is
Of a convenience store.
of a convenience store. So I understand the whole armed part kind of puts everybody on edge. Completely
obviously,
understand
yes.
that. But he's also a 15-year-old kid. My brain says that you've got 5 guys. Once he starts appearing to cooperate, putting guns down and doing all this stuff, is it not like a protocol, at least for a young kid, to kind of be like, all right, somebody is working their way around to the guy? Or is there like he has to lay down on the ground and not move for a certain amount of time before
before you
Before you
I would've,
engage.
if it was me and that was my team, I would have liked a guy to be in a prone position, which is him face down on the ground and arms and legs spread wide open.
Yeah.
And then you approach that way. But let me put it this way. I didn't like the shoot,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean it's a bad shoot. I didn't like it. 15
look
really
good.
has nothing to do with it because, a 10-year-old can pull a gun on you and shoot you. A 90-year-old can.
Exactly.
And it's the problem I have with these is that you have something like this, and then you got the people who defend the blue,
Yeah.
and they will say, no, it's a good shoot, because it's like they want to defend the blue so
Yeah.
bad that they're going to make, it's just like with George Floyd. Well, he tried to pass a $20 bill, and he was high as it. He didn't deserve it. It's
He
just,
didn't
he
deserve-
could have
yeah.
done better policing.
Yeah.
I'm armchair quarterbacking this one, obviously.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. And I just think that I don't think they waited long enough. I really don't. But then again, what do? You let the kid produce another firearm from behind his back and then start shooting?
Yeah.
I mean, at that point,
But-
technically,
But at that point, if
if you have everybody completely trained, completely backed, you have them all covered, and you have him straight on, you know that if he does try to pull anything, he's not going to
He's
get a
gonna be
shot
lit up.
off. Yeah, he's not
gonna
going to
lit-
get a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they shot him that many times, that means somebody had him in their sights. And you had to look at it this way too: low light conditions. The kid's probably got an adrenaline dump, and he's shaking like crazy. And if he did produce a gun, you really think he's going to be able to hit a target?
Right.
Exactly.
No, not at all. More than likely, just a guess, because they haven't released it yet. My guess is he was probably trying to reach for the cash that he just stole
Sure.
yeah.
to drop that on the ground.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. No, that shoot made me very uncomfortable.
Yeah, we're not like I said, I'm not a fan of this at all because, like I said, my
No.
brain, there's a lot that goes, and again, not being a cop, but I just wanted the protocol side of it because there's nowadays especially there's no good situation.
No.
There's no good answer. There's no good way. Because like you said, everybody is so adamant about their team. The tribalism is so thick
It's super
that
bad.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that, the kid, by all accounts, and by, normal protocol, like you said, if it was your team, you would have waited a little bit longer. But by technical account, he wasn't following orders. He was known to be armed. He was reaching behind his back. You know what I mean? The only real reason a lot of this, I think, has traction is because it was a 15-year-old kid. Would the people have made as a big deal about it if it was a 36-year-old?
Probably not.
That's
Probably
what I'm
not.
that's
And
what I'm saying.
That shouldn't be an issue.
It shouldn't, but that's the point.
Also, he was brown.
Yeah,
So,
that's the point of all of it.
It's rough because, like I said, it's like when I was talking to somebody else about George Floyd when it happened, and the person was he tried to pass a fake $20 bill. Dude, have you ever seen a fake $20 bill? Can you tell the difference?
No.
He was high on stuff. Does that mean that he deserved to die?
Yeah.
And so it really does. The problem too is you get that sympathetic nervous reaction, which means that once one gunshot fired,
Everybody did.
every other cop
Everybody
was firing.
panicked. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that kind of makes sense. But at the same time, you can't control yourself at that
No,
point.
you're
I
right.
guess.
And the other question I have too is like, okay, and again, I'm just speculating, never been there.
Not a cop.
But I'm going to go on a limb. Yeah, I've never been, but I'm going to go on a limb. So dispatcher gets the call.
Yep.
Okay, armed robbery. Let's assume that it was just announced that he was a 15-year-old or a young kid. Maybe not even have exact age, but a younger kid.
Right.
Is it normal to even for regardless of age to send 5 different officers out to something
No,
like that?
I think that's what's called boredom.
Yeah. Nobody.
Everybody's got to go to the call, same call.
That's
at
what I was-
that exact moment, nobody had
Yeah.
anything to do.
So a supervisor should have been in charge and should have been on the radio saying, "Hey, you go this place. You take the north side of the gas station. I'll take the south side. I want somebody on the east and the west." But then you're all in crossfire. Then you're all. So it's shitty. It just blows me away. It's 2021 and these problems still happen, and you still have these cops who are stupid enough to not sit there and go, "Hey, maybe I don't want to lose my job, and
Life,
maybe we'll slow this
potentially
one down
life.
a little bit."
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I don't want to be in jail for the rest of my life for killing somebody.
Because everybody is so on edge, and that's the thing. I've said this before. As Steve said, we've talked about this. Like the only way a lot of this stuff is going to stop is when one side kind of decides to not react. You know what I mean? It's going to take a cop, like you said, going, you know what? Clearly, this would be, normal reaction says to do this. I know and I may be justified, but it's not going to look good regardless. Maybe I should not do it.
We used to talk about that for the last couple of years I was on. You know, my partner and I used to talk about time going, you know what, we're at the point because we don't trust our village.
Yep.
We didn't trust if we had gotten into any kind of gunfight, it would have been Lake County Major Crimes Task Force to investigate us.
Yep.
And we didn't trust them. So we would have said a million times, I would have taken a round in the vest before I ever pulled the trigger first.
Yep.
That's sad.
That's
bad.
That
too.
is sad.
That's not a good thing.
No. But sadly, though, it's somebody is going to have to, at some point, regardless of what tribe you're in and what the situation is, somebody at some point is going to have to take one for the team like that.
And
somebody's
hopefully-
going to have to kind of go, all right, hands up and do whatever, and kind of be, I don't want to say martyr because I don't want anybody dying out of it, but you know what I mean? Somebody's going to have to eat crows. Somebody's going to have to take that high road and turn the other cheek or whatever.
And hopefully
To
it is
break-
only a shot in the vest.
Yeah, to break, and again, it doesn't even have to be with cops. Could be with politics or with any social thing or whatever. To break the tribalism, that's how it's going to have to happen. Somebody somewhere in each of those in respective areas is going to have to stand there and turn the other cheek just to start breaking that ice, to not retaliate, because that's the only problem that we're having is you did this to me, so I have to react.
It's only going to encourage more people to break the laws too. That's a
Exactly.
problem. So until we wind up Star Trek with what was it?
Minority Report?
Star Wars, where you have the stun that'll knock somebody out. Until we have a technology like that, this shit's gonna get worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really, really like the taser. The taser shotgun
taser.
shell.
The taser is a useless tool. I hate the taser.
The shotgun shell, though, I like it.
We had the beanbag rounds.
Oh yeah,
But that's less lethal. You can hit somebody with that; they can keep going.
yeah. But I'm saying the
Oh, I
shotgun,
don't know.
the taser shotgun shell is really cool, though.
Well, there's just so much stuff people are trying to come up with technology wise. I say bring out the fire hose. You know,
That works.
750 gallons of water per second. Just knock them out.
Yeah. It'll
Straight in the face.
And they don't ever have to worry about, flossing or visiting their dentist because they've
they
got
don't
it
have any
cleaning.
teeth.
Yeah. It's like, look, it's all handled and taken care of.
Yeah, cleaned out your entire mouth.
Well, Zoe, we appreciate you, bud. Like I said, I know it was kind of
Absolutely.
impromptu and everything. Apparently this is our thing now.
Yeah, now we're
are
just going to start calling
We are
the people that we know are professionals in those
Yeah,
lines.
we are such the epitome of professionalism when it comes to this show that we literally
you have to have that because God knows the show before you sucks so bad. There's no professionalism at all. Thank you. You know what? I'm so glad you guys went to 2 hours because now you make up for the train wreck that is before, and it's like you get 2 hours to counterbalance the toilet water that is before you.
You know,
It's not that bad.
It's bad. It's really bad. Trust me.
Not-
The guy who has the show before you phones it in every night. There is not an ounce of caring left in that show.
Oh no, and I understand that, but that's what makes it entertaining and that's what
yes.
makes it good.
right.
Because there are 0 Fs left to be given. It's
The
genuine
field of
and-
Fs are gone.
Yes, the field has been barren since 2019. It's okay. That's what makes it genuine and good. But man, we
Right.
appreciate you coming on and everything else, and we'll plan it better next time. But
No, I don't mind. You guys have a great show. I'll talk to you guys soon.
all right,
man.
buddy.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye, later.
Later. See, that's called dependability.
That's right.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
And he's just that bored.
maybe.
He's like,
I think he was eating at the time.
he probably was.
I think he was munching on
it was
something.
his pizza. No, he does pizza on Friday.
Does he? Oh, well, B from the SAV, the beauty of Mojo 50 is having having subject matter experts available 24/7. Clearly, Izzo never shrinks from an occasion,
Well, depends on the occasion.
but mostly you're right.
I'm really weary about trying to respond to that because there's
I don't know,
so
it's-
many open doors to go through.
Yeah, and then there's finally this one. Yes.
Kevin Hutchins over on Twitter. If it takes 5 cops to kill a 15-year-old robber, Oakland police need better training.
That's true. OKC,
Yeah. Yeah.
good times, great oldies. I got a question, bud.
Uh-huh.
Kids in elementary school.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you got some.
I have 2.
Yeah, we got 2. Okay.
Well, I have 1 in elementary school and 1 that's not in school yet.
Well, you know
Yeah.
the Arkansas. They've got elementary schools there too.
There's so many jokes about Arkansas that we can make about it. But yes, I've heard they have
That's
some schools.
Arkansas, bud.
Yeah, they do. Arkansas has got a couple.
They've got a couple.
Hold on, but is it Arkansas or is it Arkansas? Kansas.
It's Arkansas because Kansas is in the name.
Yeah. But, and that's what I thought too, but Ark sounds better.
It's Arkansas.
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 And it's meant to sound our Kansas.
Right, instead of Kansas.
But
Because
because of
Kansas
the
is
southern
not-
drawl, it's
Kansas is not
Arkansas.
Arkansas. Arkansas is Arkansas.
I know.
That's right.
It's, you know,
That's how
Like-
it works.
Texarkana.
That's right. Well, there was a teacher that's at Little Rock, Arkansas's Crystal Hill Elementary School.
Okay.
She's been placed on administrative leave.
Why? What could this person have done?
Well,
Like, is it really bad? Like, scale of 1 to 10.
it's I'd say like a 7.
a 7. Wow, a 7.
It's a 7.
What? Okay, so hold on. So just for the grade scale, so we're saying 10 would be like
Rape.
rape of a kid. Okay, so
It's a 7, 6, 7. 6,
6 or 7.
This is 6 or 7. It's pretty bad.
Inappropriate. Well, maybe giving pictures to
No.
getting
no.
them to help pull, like, you know, having them touch the teacher, but
no.
through clothing, like
No,
not,
no,
like not bad,
nothing
but like, you
nothing
know,
like that.
insisting that
No.
I'm constantly getting hugs and
No,
stuff.
nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
No.
Okay.
She forced a kindergartner to pull the crap out of a toilet that he clogged with his bare hands.
I don't know. I'm hold on. I'm
Clogged
blown away.
toilet. Yeah, kid clogged the toilet.
That's what that's where I'm stuck at.
Kid clogged the toilet.
So obviously, just so we're clear, they're arguing that he pulled poo out of a toilet that he clogged.
No, he was forced
I know, but
with his hands.
They didn't say get the toilet paper out, which is what actually was doing the clogging. That would imply that the poop was doing the clogging, which my first question is what the hell were these parents feeding this kid?
That's a lot of fiber.
That's a lot. That's unhealthy amount.
That's a lot of fiber.
Holy cow.
It's very fibrous.
Does the kid have anything left in him? Is he dehydrated? Does he need medical attention?
He probably lost 10 pounds.
Someone get the Pedialyte. This kid needs like to be rehydrated quick.
Yeah. You would say that he maybe uncorked himself at that point.
Wow.
It's a hibernating bear situation.
But she made him clean it out barehanded
Barehanded.
because he clogged a toilet.
Thank you for the reference of bears.
Now I understand, you know, because I have younger children. I
Right,
understand
sure.
the wasting of toilet paper.
Yes, we all understand that
I
factor.
understand how that goes and how frustrating that could be, not only with just the waste of burning, because toilet paper is apparently still a precious commodity, but just the fact of the damage it can do to the pipes and the clogging and, all this stuff, the septic tank and all the jazz. I understand all that, but and I don't personally have a problem with the idea of making the kid clean it out. However, I'm not going to make him do it barehanded.
Maybe
I'm
a
not
plunger.
a plunger. Here's like an apron kind of thing, maybe to cover yourself with. Here's some gloves.
Don't-
I'll even let you know. And if you're not already
I'll
wearing a
even be
mask,
there. I'll help
wear
you,
masks. I'll
you
stand there and watch you. I'll help hold the bag. But I've told you to stop using so much toilet paper. Now you get to clean this mess up. I can see that. There's ways of doing that properly. To force a kid to stick his hand and pull the literal crap out barehanded, yeah, you need to be fired.
Yeah.
Fired, not
I mean, it goes. Actually, it's a pretty long story.
It is a very
considering.
long story.
And it's mainly just back and forth of people talking about how it's so irresponsible, blah, 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 blah. This person is terrible, yada, yada, yada. Facebook posts and all the rest of it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but like if your kid is doing something they're not supposed to do, you know what I mean? At a young age, like
That's why you pay for janitors.
no,
That is why a school has janitors. For situations like that. And I'm sorry to say, I know that they're not their job is not specifically to clean out the toilet when it gets clogged. But if you have a school that pays janitors' job is getting paid.
No, you're right. You're right about all that. Here's the problem. Schools are no longer just places where your kids go to learn like that. schools are raising kids now.
That's true.
So because the school is raising kids, yes, they're paying janitors to clean up messes and everything else, but the school is therefore going to turn around then and do stuff like this, where they're going to have to teach them the lessons because it's up to them to teach them to be adults or do whatever.
Right.
Which
Well,
means you might as well get used to being demeaned now because
Yeah.
you have a life for it. We could go on for this forever, but
we can't.
we can't because AmericanPrideRoasters.com has only covered an hour of this.
Well,
2 hours total, but this last hour.
Yeah.
And Mojo 50 as a whole.
Right, and they don't.
AmericanPrideRoasters.com is historically great coffee.
It is.
It's guaranteed to make you swallow every time you put it in your mouth.
And you should.
And you absolutely should.
You should be happy about it.
Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com for great coffee and chocolates and teas and good stuff like that. Go to Mojo50.com. Great hosting shows over there. You're missing out if you're not listening as often as you possibly can. Go to our
Boo on
website, DOAShow.com. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.